Good morning, guys. I've got these little ones set up to do some Easter decorations. This could be used for cards for someone. Just keep your kids occupied. Don't mind me, I've actually got a fake tan baking away. I'm just having a house day today. But let me give you a quick turnaround of the quick setup I've got. I've actually got a very old YouTube video on our arts and craft trolley. It's totally changed. I should probably do another video if you were interested on how I do all the arts and crafts, set up, store it, all that kind of stuff for the kids. So I have got some templates here. I've just come up with some of my own. I do have them on my website. If you want a free copy, pop over to my website, place a free order, and I can send them to you. If you don't have a printer, you can always just trace them as well, but I do have an egg. We've got the Easter bunny and then a carrot. So each of the kids are going to get one of these each, and they're going to decorate them. With the bunny one, they're going to paint them. I actually picked these up from Kmart the other day. They're just pom-poms, and then they're going to stick that onto there to be like the back of the bunny as a tail. You could then like turn it around and write like a little message as a card on the front once you've cut them out, or you could just leave it like that if you wanted to. I'm actually going to insert a clip here showing you how to make your own pom-poms. Really, really easy. My kids are probably too young to do it, but if you've got someone who's probably 7 and above, it's actually really easy to make your own homemade pom-poms. So I'll insert the clip here for you to see. So to make the pom-pom, you're going to need to get a piece of cardboard and cut it into I'm going to call it like a donut, and the donut's going to have a slit in the middle, like through the side of it, so you can open it up. The cardboard I used was actually the leftover packet of, I think, our Vitabrits, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I have not even cut it the most perfect circle. It doesn't matter. You do need wool. Now, this is wool I've had in my sewing sort of area for quite a while, so I've just used that. I used the whole roll. Kmart have got some beautiful colors at the moment, so if you didn't have any wool, pop into Kmart. I think they were like $2 or $3 for a roll. And it's pretty simple, guys. You're going to get the 2 pieces of cardboard and keep them together, and you're going to get that wool and you're going to roll it round and round and round and round that cardboard until you use for me, I use the whole roll. Sometimes you might not, depending on the size of the circle you cut. You might use more. You can also use different colors. So halfway through, cut it, tie a new color to it, and keep on wrapping, and you can get a beautiful rainbow pom-pom, which I think my daughter would really like. Once you're at the end, you'll actually see the roll is really, really full, and this will give you like a nice, full, fluffy pom-pom. Again, the smaller the circle, the smaller the pom-pom, the less wool you use, the less dense the pom-pom will be. Then all you're going to do is get a pair of scissors and start cutting down the middle of the wool, as you can see here, until you get to the cardboard section. And then just to help as a guide, I stuck my scissors in between the cardboard and cut all the way around until all the threading had been cut by the actual scissors. It can be a little bit fiddly because you got that end part where the wool can fall off, so I'm just holding it with my fingers to make sure it all stays intact. Then with a piece of string or leftover wool, you need to save a little bit. You're going to pull it through, as you can kind of see I'm doing it here, pulling it through around in between the 2 pieces of cardboard, and you're going to tie it into a knot. It is a fiddly process, and you will lose strands along the way. It doesn't really matter, but as you can see, I've pulled it in between the 2 pieces of cardboard, make a really nice tight knot. If you do it too loose, the strands will fall out over time. A nice tight knot, and then what you should be able to do is pull the pieces of cardboard off, and you'll start to see it looks like a pom-pom. You will get the random strands that'll come through. You can get a pair of scissors and cut them. You might find your pom-pom isn't the perfect circle. That doesn't matter. You can go through and trim it if you need to, but that is how you make a pom-pom. So we're going to start with our Easter bunnies. And what they're going to do is we're going to paint. Do you want to paint or colour in?
Paint.
You're going to paint them?
Yeah.
So this is actually my art. You can draw and I'll get Evie paint. This is actually our arts and craft for our finer. for our finer sort of decorations and that sort of thing. I'm just going to get the kids set up with their paint.
Tell me if I got it wrong, but you don't wanna be alone. Spend the evening by yourself, but you'll miss me when it's getting late. Got it all, babe, say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you'll let me. Got it all, babe, say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you let go.
So because I am home with the kids, we do quite a bit of arts and crafts. This here, I've had it for a while, but I did get it from Kmart. It's quite handy for all like their pom-poms, their glitter, all the little accessories. I do keep some coloured paper. That's actually from Easter last year. A lot of coloured paper and offcuts. This is felt offcuts in here. Pipe cleaners. I get all of this from Kmart. Kmart actually have a really good extensive arts and craft range. All my paints come from Kmart. These ones are really tiny because I wanted some cream colours, some more pastel colours for Easter. Not that they were going to do anything with what we are decorating, but anyway. But I did like this sort of storage facility here because once it's got so many compartments, and once you put all the compartments on it, you can close the lid and actually pick it up and nothing moves because this actually touches the lid of up here. So what I actually do with the kids is I've got 3 of these ones here. So that one's just full of sequences. This is like my excess stock of some things. And then this one sits in top and then you can close it. Nothing falls out of it, but with the top one I actually use it because my kids would just destroy the content that is in here. This one here I use to sort of manage what they're actually going to decorate with for the activity that we are doing. So if they're going to be dressing up like a little person, for example, I might put like some sequins in here, some eyes, some pipe cleaners cut up so they can make like a skirt or a top and that sort of thing. So today what I've actually done is they're going to actually be decorating. We're going to be decorating the eggs. I'm actually going to put like some patterns on here for them. I just thought a simple template was easier to share with everyone. And then they're going to pick out their things from here and use some glue. I do have glue. I've still got plenty of it. Good. And they're going to decorate the egg with that one. With the carrot one, there was a couple of ideas I had. I think they're going to be over it by the time they've finished the rabbit. And then this one. That's okay. What I was going to do with this one here is break up some green and orange paper, just bits of paper, and they could stick it on to decorate. I don't think it's going to happen today. The other thing I have started to do is I'm not throwing out any of my cardboard packaging. So when our biscuits come in, cereal comes in, I'm actually keeping the cardboard. And I'm going to start to store it and we can cut them out and use them. So I don't actually need to get paper. I can use cardboard because all they're doing is painting. And I can just turn the cardboard around and they can just paint in the cardboard. You want some more?
Yeah.
Okay, get you some more. You're doing a good job.
Spend the evening by yourself, but you'll miss me when it's getting late. Got it all, babe, say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you'll let me. Got it all, babe, say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you let go. Boy, loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go. Boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Every time it's a blessing, and I know we can take it to the next level. If you let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Go ahead and tell your friends. Talk it out, but it won't end. You are never true to heart. You need me when it's getting dark. Got it all, babe, say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me, I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe.
And this is the aftermath. The Easter bunnies actually went really well. Little Miss wasn't too fussed on the eggs, and the plans I had just went out the window, and you have to expect that when you're working with smaller children. All these ideas that you've got for beautiful arts and crafts, sometimes they just don't work. So now that it's working with clay, you can actually buy clay from Kmart. You can get all sorts of different colours. That was an attempt of the carrot and an attempt of the egg, and they just totally lost interest in it. These are clay pots that I have purchased for a while now. You can get all sorts of different colours in them. I just find it's great for the kids because it takes them a while to play with it and do things. The clay does dry hard. You can also put it away to store again. So I think they're $5. It's really handy. My kids really do like them. So this is actually a dish we got from the vet when our dog was feeling sick. They gave us this dish for something. I actually use it to clean like all the paintbrushes, so when they're finished I just get the kids to put everything into here, and then I can just put it into the sink and wash, so it's not making that big of a mess.
I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go, boy. Loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go, boy. You don't have to play smart. We can take it slow.
So guys, my kids are now playing with the clay. All these little cute plans I had for arts and craft for Easter have kind of got out the window, which is usual for my kids. My kids love doing arts and craft, but they love getting messy with it. So if anything, my biggest tip is don't have Pinterest expectations when it comes to things. Just allow them to explore and play. Sometimes my daughter will sit there and paint and color and paint and design things, and other days she just wants to destruct like her brother, and that's totally fine. They're using their fine motor skills. If you would like a more detailed video on arts and craft, how I store them, how I plan for them, what we do, where I get my ideas from, let me know because I'm happy to do it. It's changed a lot since my last video. I will leave below the video I had because it is a good introduction to getting yourself set up for arts and crafts if you are interested. Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave it there because they're playing. I'm actually gonna try and make myself a cup of tea while they're happily sitting and not arguing. We'll talk soon. Bye.